Okay, well, it's about 1 o'clock. I thank you all for joining me. It's not going to be a really long Zoom because we're in our second year of our 2-year program, the theme being snowman. I did email and send out a lot of the newer stuff, which is you should have gotten one of these new pamphlets for this year's contest. And for the changes, they were very, very few. And really, it was a wording change that someone felt they wanted on, for example, Class D is the 3-piece baby set. And instead of the word jacket, they wanted the word sweater. So again, nothing has changed. You still have to have the sweater, but you need 2 articles in addition to that. They could be 2 hats. They could be boots and a hat. Whatever you want, but they have to have a sweater. And the other thing is they voted to keep the craft contest. Everyone seemed to enjoy the teacup, but we did change the rules because it disqualified some people that were really creative. So we changed the wording to say that the teacup does not have to be glued to the saucer. And last year, that's what we said. So this year we're saying as long as you got a cup and a saucer in your design, it will be accepted. And then the first place winner will, of course, go up to the biggie and you will get that back. The other thing was for committee members, not the director. The committee members are allowed to enter any of the contests, which is a change. So let me just add Dawn here. But everyone should have gotten these here. I do have a couple left, but basically, if you just make a copy of this part, and then you can hand these out. I do want to say that it takes me a lot longer to set up during the judging when I have to sit there and write out the name and all the information that should have come with the article. So I do want to stress that each article that's entered has to be accompanied by this little piece of paper, which basically is just the name, address, and the Grange that it's being entered through and what class it is. So that would be extremely helpful if you could make sure that when you bring the articles to me at the August celebration, that they do have that and that it's paper clipped or however you want it, as long as it's attached to the article.
This is what she would say. Right. Okay. Yeah, which makes sense. We have an entry form. Right.
Now, did everybody who get these, did anybody not get these? I sent the envelopes out a couple of weeks ago.
Don't mind.
Okay, so if you didn't, what you can do, or if you need more, I have a few left, but you can email me. And the second thing I wanted to talk about was the Blue Book. I have quite a few left of last year. So if somebody would like a copy of the Blue Book and doesn't have one, I can always send these out in the mail. So if somebody would like these, this is just for family activities. It doesn't contain the whole Blue Book. It's just for family activities. And also in the packet that I sent out, I kind of I was trying to save on paper. So a lot of them have the subordinate report and then the Pomona report. I figured that way, whoever got it, if they needed one to send out and they're in Pomona, they'd also have the subordinate one that they could, email. I can also email these to anybody if you would like to just forward them instead of mailing them. And you can just send me an email after this meeting and I will send that to you. And of course, our theme, let me just get there we go. And then of course, our theme is snowman. So I'm trying to find my subordinate report. Okay, so we have the subordinate report, that one.
If you're talking about the subordinate report, may I just note that well, the subordinate brim, I guess, is okay. Craft entries, then baking, and oh, I know. Did you promote the craft contest for table decoration and new window box contest?
What?
That's on the subordinate CWA report on the sheet that you sent. And it says, did you promote the craft contest for table decoration, baking contest, and the new window box contest?
Oh my goodness. You know what? If you look underneath, it says baking entries and teacup craft.
Right.
So
right.
I apologize. I was cutting and pasting again. Sorry. Yeah.
I figured it out, but there are some that don't look beyond their nose.
Yeah. So what she's talking about is item number 3 on did you promote the contest? So go underneath the line and you'll see that it says the baking entries and the teacup craft. So thank you, as always, Jane.
Yeah.
I think on the Pomona one.
Yeah, they are. So that's all right. So you'll have a,
see.
So don't cross that out. Yeah.
I think the Pomona one is correct.
Okay.
It doesn't.
I was trying to make sure that our state projects were all correct, and that was what I concentrated on. So next year it'll be all new when we do it again. So
well, I just thought I would bring it to your attention because I'm sure
this is
the one's correct underneath, but when people look at it, then they're going to say,
no.
I will send out a meeting notice after this is done, and I will write that in and as the correction. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
So all you're saying is that there is not a table decoration or a window box.
Correct.
We can download it.
Okay.
Because on here. All right.
Okay.
Just make a note that we need Pomona report.
So I just have a little fun thing to do. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? Nobody? It smells like carrots. I know, it's silly. Okay, did you know building a snowman can be quite a workout? Playing with snow can keep you trim, according to the history of the snowman. Laboring for an hour to build a snowman burns approximately 238 calories. That's more than dancing and not far from what you'd get from during a bike ride.
Very good. Let's have some snow.
Yeah. I've got
Okay.
snow in Winchester.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Where do you think built the largest snow person?
Alaska?
No.
New York. I'm guessing New York.
No.
Maine.
Maine. Maine. In 2008, the Chamber of Commerce in Bethel, Maine, concocted a plan to erect the world's largest snow person. 13 million pounds of powder were used to create an approximately 122-foot tall entity. The volunteers used 27-foot long pine trees for her arms instead of branches. Car tires were shaped for her mouth. She did not melt until that July.
Oh, wow.
So I will try. I'm gonna, let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen. There we go. Can you see that?
Oh, wow,
Yes.
yeah.
It's right
Oh.
there.
Look at that. Oh, look
Yes,
at
And
that.
you can
That's-
see the
the size
people
of the
on the
people.
bottom.
Yeah,
How big this thing really was. And you can see the trees sticking out for the arms.
Yeah.
Just humongous,
That's
humongous.
funny. The trees are 27 feet.
yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Yes, that's something.
I know.
Let me let you go and I'll fill Jane in.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Screen sharing has stopped. Okay.
What's the problem?
Move this in hospice.
Ooh. Oh, not good.
Risky. You can't even see her. You see it's
Yeah,
a blank TV.
The choice is obvious. It's the same thing when choosing a lawyer.
And
Okay. So
somebody-
that was fun.
Yeah.
That like I say didn't melt until July. Anybody know what a snowman's favorite Mexican food is?
Chili.
Ruel says chili.
Oh, chili.
No. That was good though. Burritos.
Oh,
What do you call a snowman in July?
oh, shit.
water.
A puddle.
Oh, there you go.
Which times more?
Why did the snowman want a divorce?
His wife was frigid.
He felt his wife was too frosty.
Ah,
Okay. Now let me see if I can get into my email. We'll do some of those
Yeah,
later.
I was just thinking that.
Okay, we are going to do the same. Here we go. We're still gonna do the CRT. They do much more than what we have. We just make sure ours is going to the Meals on Wheels portion. But they do a lot more for sure. So let me see if I can get this shared correctly.
What does CRT stand for?
Community Renewal Team.
Okay.
Um, let's see, how do I email?
No, Mac. No.
Okay. Can everybody see this?
Don't touch it. Okay.
It says
Yes.
open it for a bigger,
She'll put it up on screen.
She
Don't
has
touch anything.
There, can you see that now?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Oh, there's no volume.
Last 60 years. We have accomplished so much in all of our communities, and we could not do it without your help. We hope that you will be with us to continue to write our journey as we continue our mission to prepare our communities to meet life's challenges.
So that's what they have as a thank you. Okay. And
Fuck.
anybody can do anything they would like. We do ask the state projects, which are listed as being our state projects are, of course, the Connecticut Granger Trust Fund, the Scholarship Fund, and the State Grange Foundation, as well as the Meals on Wheels. But they do so much more. So if you're looking for something to do, let me just open this up. They had a teenager who decided she wanted to do something for the homeless. Let me pull that up for you. Okay, here we go. And she was an 8th grader from Tallinn. who wanted to do something this Christmas for the teens who are experiencing homelessness. She turned to social media, friends and families, and in a little over 2 weeks, received enough money to donate over $500 in gift cards and many boxes filled with hygiene products with a focus on teens. She dropped off her donations and the teens and shelters came and picked up their special gifts. So there's so much more to this community renewal team. I just wanted to share with you why I felt that they were a really worthy place to do community service that if you would like. So if you're looking for something new to do, you can go on their website and you will find so much more that you can help out with. They do a special focus on seniors and veterans, of course, but there is still much more, that they will do. Does anyone have any other questions about either the contest or, the donations that we give out? Everybody's good with those? Okay. Now, let me just get up Biggie. In the envelopes that I sent out, I also sent them out to addressed it to state directors, chairmen, and members of all Grange. So I would like if you could, if you have time to read this or parts of it to your members at the next meeting. It tells what we really liked up at the Biggie, what really went a lot, what we're trying to do as far as making things one size in the kitchen area. It also tells you that the stuffed animals were just a tremendous hit again. We had so much more donated and still, unbelievably, it went almost all in the first week. So we hope that you keep making them. I know Lois has made 50 bears. So she's sending them to me to stuff and sew. So we're going to have those nice bears again. And I've made like 43 of the octopuses already, the big ones that the teenagers like. And again, for the kitchen, those quilted bowl cozies, they went really well. And the quality is really nice. And I walked around the fair a little bit this year and I looked at other prices, and our prices are still far below what everyone else is. So we're going to continue to slowly rise our prices, not outrageous, but just to be a little competitive as to what other people at the fair are selling things. If you sew instead of crochet, we could use those quilted bowl cozies. We can use aprons, clothespin bags, cotton grocery bags if you use cotton yarn to knit, the plastic bags that are made from the grain and bird food wrappers, those big heavy duty bags. And interestingly enough, we did not really have many plastic canvas tissue box holders, and people were actually asking for them. I think we only had 3 or 4 and they went rather quickly. So there's still a need for some of our old staples come in. So maybe have a craft night and do that. So you can come up with different things and see what happens.
May I ask where the patterns are for the quilted bowl cozies? I never heard of them.
I can get them. I know that Alma made some, so I'm sure she has a pattern, but you can look them up. I've seen them shaped more pointed. I've seen them shaped with round edges. So there's lots of different patterns, and they seem rather easy if you're a sewer. If you can't find them in line on the internet, just send me an email and I will be sure to find a pattern for you and get that out to you.
Yeah, I have a question also. With a lot of these items, especially the ones that are not knitting or crocheting, because we don't have a lot of knitters or crocheters in our Grange, do you have at least pictures of this stuff so we have some idea what I'm looking for online, or information
Like,
on just
like-
any of them?
I don't know how close you can see. I did post, there's a Facebook page for the New England Grange building, but I can send you pictures of, if you go to the internet and say bowl cozy and you type that, you will see all kinds of pictures. I
Okay,
like-
like the plastic
Oh,
canvas tissue box holder.
yeah.
I can send you pictures of that. I've got tons and tons of patterns, though that's pretty easy to find. And basically it's just 4 pieces that are this, same, you make them the size that will fit over a small tissue box, not the, well, you could do the long ones too. And then on the top, of course, you're going to have a cutout for where you pull up the tissue.
Right, I understand what a tissue box holder is. I just don't understand. I just need pictures to see what these things look like, and then I could at least kind of go from there.
Okay, Deb. Yep.
Because, yeah, I mean, we want to try and do some stuff, but I have no idea what they are and how they look. And
Yeah.
Bowl cozies.
I just posted a link to how to make a bowl cozy over in the chat. So it's 2 10-inch squares of fabric and then 2 10-inch squares of batting that you stitch corner to corner, and then you stitch it together, turn it inside out, stitch, and then stitch the edge again. So they go together really quickly. I made like 9 of them last year really quick. It took me like 2-3 days.
Can you see that? I tried to share it.
There it is.
Can you see that?
I can see it, and now I have to try and get back to Zoom. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll get out of this.
What's the purpose of that?
No, now I lost my Zoom.
And what do we do with those bags?
A bowl hat, maybe.
Do you-
A vague
Do you
type.
put them in the microwave?
Yes.
You can put, right. You can, it will hold like a regular size, like I use Corelle dishware. It holds like a Corelle dish. So you put it in the microwave to heat up so you don't end up with a piping hot bowl of cold soup. And you go to pull a bowl that's not really microwave safe out of the microwave, and it's hot, so you don't burn your hands. So that's really what they are. And I'm actually going to make the same 10-inch square with a little bit deeper triangle cutout to make it cup up. I'm going to make some that are made to hold a pint of ice cream.
Yeah, they have them a variety. I've even seen them big enough for like casserole dishes. I mean, they make them all different sizes. So
So then do you bring them to the table? You bring them to the table
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the cozy, and they help to keep them warm as well.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then that way, and or if you're going to eat a bowl of ice cream, your hands are cold, you just put them in there, and just saying, because I'm an ice cream gal.
Cool.
Okay.
And are the kitchen towels also a knitting item, I take it, or no?
Well, what you do is you take a kitchen towel, and I'm suggesting this year that they don't cut them, because what happens is a lot of the towels are thinner nowadays. So if you just fold them in half and then you crochet a top on, but if you can't crochet, there's also people that sew. I've seen sewn ones with a button that comes over. So if you don't crochet or knit, you can do them sewn. Or you can,
Okay, so sorry, so you're just making a loop to hang them from your oven. That's what these are?
yes.
Okay.
And I'll send you a picture of those as well, towels,
Yeah.
just so that you can see what that looks like. There's also, I've seen, they have a ring. You have these plastic rings, and you crochet around them, and then all you do is again put a loop. you put that on whatever, a doorknob or whatever, and you just put your towel right through it. So there's a variety of ones that can be done.
Yes,
Um,
Debbie Hammond, what Grange do you belong to?
I'm from the Titanic Grange.
Oh, okay, all right, just curious.
Yeah, my maiden name's Prindle.
Oh,
As in Barbara and Brent?
Yes, as in those are my parents.
Can you hear me?
I
yes,
can't.
Oh, okay. I have one question going back a little bit to the contest. On my yellow paper, it says you have decorate a birdhouse contest.
right. I was getting to that next.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. So last year we did the sock creature contest. This year it will be decorate a birdhouse. And you can build it or buy it. You don't have to build the birdhouse. You can go to Michael's and buy a birdhouse. You don't have to build it. It's more on the decorating side. And you can use, you can paint it, you can Mod Podge it, you can sticker it, whatever you'd like to do. And this item will be returned after the contest.
No. So,
Yeah,
Any questions on the birdhouse?
you could just. We could just.
Is there a size restriction?
No, no size restriction. I mean, whatever birdhouse, I mean, if you have one that's gonna go outside, you know, you can decorate it accordingly, or if you want to just decorate it for a shelf, it's just simply decorate a birdhouse. It's more on your creativity than the size or anything else. That's why you can put buttons on it. You can, you know, buy those little stickers or birds, or you could paint it. If you're really good at painting, whatever you'd like to do. It's pretty open.
I have a question.
Yep.
The birdhouses. Would this be something that you might want to sell at the Big E?
You can certainly donate it after you get them back from the contest. So if it's something you'd like to donate, we certainly would appreciate it. You know, it's something that would sell up there. We've had birdhouses up there before.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing is changed is, of course, our baking contest. And I've heard from several people that they really liked the recipe. So I encourage you to try out our oatmeal snowballs. And maybe if you're going to a Grange meeting, you can bake them and take them along with you. And this year, of course, I did talk about our state project donations, which are the Connecticut State Grange Scholarship Fund, the Granger Trust Fund, the State Grange Foundation, and the Meals on Wheels. So be sure that at some point we encourage people to donate to those for us. And I don't know if you have like it for the animal shelters, if you don't know where to go, I know that you can go online to your town. I know in Enfield, we can bring things down to the Enfield Library, and we have several feral cat programs and other things that they can use, towels, food, just a monetary donation. There's lots of things that you can do to support the animal shelters, because they really do a lot, and they rely heavily on donations from people. And then, of course, your food banks and soup kitchens. I had a whole box in Enfield. I went down and they have this big pantry that's outside the food shelf, and it's take what you need, leave what you can. And so I just stuffed a whole box full of different items in that. So that also counts as your donations, which includes in your year-end report for people. see. And of course, we encourage everyone to, get their reports in on time in September. And I think that's about it. The only other thing I have, and I will email them out to you, is I have a song that goes to the Battle Hymn Republic. Let's see.
Yeah,
Called Why Not Help Out Grange? And it's sung to the Battle Hymn of Republic. Now, don't laugh. I'm going to try this. The Grange is for the farmer and the city dweller too. The Grange is for the likes of me and for the likes of you. When times are tough and things are rough, the Grange will help you through. So why not help the Grange? And it goes on. I have like a couple of verses and then the choir. So if you're would like me to send that to you, I typed it all out, and I each year I try to do a different song. So I thought that with all the new Grangers trying to get more members and everything else, it's just something fun, and it's a tune that everybody knows. So I thought it might be fun.
Okay, I have one question for you, Dawn.
Yep.
I believe that I am the Pomona chair for my Pomona Grange. However, last year, I only received one subordinate report. I wish you would really get your subordinate Granges to send reports to both you and the Pomona chair. And that goes
Okay, that is good. And what I'm going to do, I'm in the middle of writing my article for March that I've got to get in today. I will add that to it. I'll add that. Please remember to send your Pomona chairman your reports as well as me.
can you list?
It was rather
That
confusing.
is-
Yeah, so.
What's that, Debbie?
Sorry, can you list who that is for each Pomona?
No.
Yes. Okay, for Eastern Pomona, that's Anne-Marie Knockenhauer. For Mountain Laurel, that's Irene Perkowski, and for Nutmeg Pomona is Jane Miller.
Okay, everybody froze up.
Is that correct, Anne-Marie? Are you still the Anne-Marie? Oh, I think she's frozen. If it's changed, I'll let you know, but those are who I sent out the reports to. So that's about all I have. I will close with a couple more snowman jokes. Why don't snowmen like to sit next to the fire?
I don't know.
They're afraid they'll lose their cool. Did you hear about the snowman who became a detective?
No.
He had a knack for sniffing out the cold cases.
That's good.
Why was the snowman rummaging in the bag of carrots?
Was picking his nose.
Was picking his nose. Who said that? Who said that?
I did. I taught kindergarten. I know about nose pickers.
All right, Sue, I'm going to send you a special Christmas tree for shouting that one out. You got the first that got an answer. So I made these little Christmas trees that are going up to the Big E, but I'm going to send you one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, does anybody have any questions whatsoever on anything that I may or may not have said?
Well, I just had one other thing. You mentioned that the directors couldn't enter. Is that only I'm assuming you mean
Me, the
it's you.
director of the state.
I didn't know whether it meant the chairman, like I am chairman, because I usually do enter like the baking contest just to have entries.
Yes, yes, no, it just means the state directors cannot, but their committee members can.
I see. And that was only for the needlework contest?
Correct.
Okay, not our state
No,
contest.
because anything I'm responsible for getting a judge, then I can't be it would be
Right.
a conflict of
Sure.
interest. But like, I'm not doing the teacup auction. I could probably do that, because someone else is going to be judging that. Or the baking contest, it depends. So, but the committee members, from other states really wanted to do it. And as long as they have nothing to do with getting the judges, they can enter as well.
I just wanted to clarify for myself, to make sure I wasn't overstepping my bounds.
No, no. And speaking of that, a letter's going to go out this week to the 3 Pomona chairs that I mentioned, Anne Marie and Jane and Irene, to start asking people if they would be willing to come in August to our celebration, our family day, to judge. So it's judging on Saturday, the day before. I'll send out more details in the letter. But start asking people in your subordinates and at your Pomona meeting, make sure you mention it, because I know ours March is our next Pomona meeting. So I'm sure the other 2 are coming up as well. So look for judges that would be willing to, and they don't have to. I mean, if they're willing to come up and do the teacup auction or do the baking contest or the theme contest, there's many different kinds of judges. It's not just for the needlework. So if you have someone that says, well, I don't crochet, well, do you eat? Maybe you want to do the baking contest, that kind of thing. So we're looking for all kinds of judges. It's better if we get more than having the same 3 go through and do all of them. It's much more fun, and we provide a nice lunch before everyone has to leave. So it's a nice afternoon. We start in the morning at about I think 11 the judging starts, but I'll be there earlier to accept any donations that hadn't made it in Friday night. And then
will it be at Hillstown again?
Yes, I have to ask them, but I'm sure they'll be fine with it.
Do you have a date yet?
Now that's interesting. I was wondering if you guys, I'm trying to find a day, and no matter what I do, it's always a conflict with somebody. But last year I felt that I thought we did pretty well. So I'm getting up my March calendar now. Hold on. So I don't know. August 9th, 10th, and 11th is the second weekend. I'm going to see if Hillstown is available for that. But if anyone has a big problem with those dates, can you let me know? I don't often hear until after we've made the date that, 5 out of 7 can't come because they're all having fairs that day.
That Saturday is Winchester Grange's fair and it's Econk Grange's fair.
It is. Okay, so
Yeah.
what about the 17th and 16th, 17th, and 18th? I don't
think
want to
that
get
might-
too far.
That might be Riverton, but Riverton Grange.
When is Cheshire's?
Our fair is not going to be until the end of the month.
24,
the 20
25.
24, 25,
Yeah.
whatever that is,
The last full weekend.
the last full weekend before the,
In August.
I don't have that calendar in front of me.
That's right, it's okay.
What
24.
what about the first weekend?
In August.
Yeah, that's August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
I mean, my Grange has a Grange dance, but it would only interfere if I get someone to be a judge.
Okay.
And when do the judges need to be there? You said Friday night.
No. They only have to be there by 10 o'clock on Saturday morning
Until when?
until we're done judging. And usually it takes a couple hours and then we have a nice lunch and they can stay or not if they have other things to do. I don't know. I think we're out of there by usually 2 o'clock.
Okay, so then it wouldn't matter.
Second, third, and fourth. Or
Fourth should.
second, third, and fourth.
That should
Do
be-
we have anything on the calendar?
No.
So what I'll do is I'll contact Hillstown and I'll ask them if they have it available the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th. The only thing is they usually have a pancake breakfast that first Saturday. That may not work for them, but I will try to get that. And if not, then the second choice would be the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Does that sound good for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
17 and 18. Did you, anything on the calendar for that, Ruel?
16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yeah.
No.
Dawn,
Yep.
for the judges, do they have to be Grange members? Can they be
No.
non, like friends of Grange?
No.
They can. If you've got somebody who does a lot of crafting or works at a store that sews or anything like
Right.
that, yeah, as long as they're qualified, I don't
Okay.
mind at all.
Okay, I'll see if my sister might. She's done a lot of crocheting and sewing and everything, canning, but she's been a judge at our Granby Fair a few times. She's
Oh,
really good.
okay.
Even if she thinks one of the entries might be mine, she judges it for for itself, not for who did it. So, and I don't tell her if I did it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we used to always try and get non-members for judges,
Yeah.
Okay,
because then there's no conflict of interest. You know,
I agree. Okay.
yeah.
And also, if anybody needs fabric for any of the crafts, I might be able to find some. I have a lot, but I might be able to find some that could be appropriate if anybody wants some.
The only thing I might look for is if you have a lot of material that have snowmen on it. I'm trying to think ahead for our table decorations for the state session. And I have just a small amount. I would need a larger amount for what I'm thinking of. So if you
Okay.
happen to have any with snowmen
I
on
don't
it,
know I do, but I don't know if I have that much. How you mean for as like tablecloths or something?
yeah, but they'd only be small, for the center of the tables.
Okay. Okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don,
And
I
I
have,
have a lot.
I have a question.
Yep.
You were talking about the reports to the Pomona chairman. Is there a separate form?
Yes, they have, the Pomona have their own form, and then the
Okay.
subordinates have their form. The subordinate should send the form to their Pomona as well as to me, the director.
Right. So where's that Pomona form?
Oh,
Because
no, you don't need that. You just need the subordinate form.
what does the subordinate report to Pomona?
I'm sorry?
You just make a copy of the report that
Oh,
you
the same subordinate form?
yeah, you just make a copy of that
Okay.
and make 2 copies or 3 copies, one you save for yourself, send one to the Pomona chairman and then one to the to Dawn.
Okay.
Join my committee, Mary Ann? That was very good.
Yeah. Hey, she knows what's going on.
I've been kind of in charge once or twice.
Yeah, Irene, while I have you on this Zoom,
Yeah,
do you want yours emailed or how would you like yours sent?
it wouldn't matter as long as I get one.
Yeah,
Okay,
she can print out, and if she can't, she can forward it to me and I will. That's fine. Email is fine.
Yeah.
And if you all would like, if you want to email them to me, that's fine as well. I can handle email. I have three people on telephone and you're muted. So I don't know who you are to add to my attendance here. So I have for phone number 860-402-4568.
are you able to unmute them?
I cannot. All right, I'll write down these numbers and I'll try to match them up with my list. Maybe I can figure it out who they were.
The one at the end there, 390-6731.
Yeah.
I believe that's Lois.
Okay. Okay. And one of them might be Pat. I think I'm recognizing one. Okay, so 33146.
One might be Janet Hal.
Oh,
No, it's not Janet. Janet's not on.
No, she,
I don't think Janet's on.
Okay.
the 314 or 31.
As a matter of fact, for those of you who know Janet, that phone call was from her that we had, and her sister is now in hospice. And
Oh,
so she's pretty upset.
The 6922 number is Janet Haller.
Yes,
Okay.
6922 is Janet. Is she on?
yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
I thought that.
She did go on. I thought Ruel said she couldn't get on.
No.
All right. Well, I've covered everything. So if you want any of the forms or anything, the letters that I sent you, I can email you a copy of them if it's something you want to forward to your members. That way you're not having to type it in or scan it and that kind of thing. I have everything typed out. So just zip me off an email and I will send that. And then that way, if you want to just zip out an email to everyone, that's fine as well. But that's about my program and I thank you all for coming. It was nice to see everybody.
While everyone is here, could I put in a little question to everyone?
No.
Our Pomona, excuse me, our Pomona is putting on the 5th degree the first Saturday in May. And I am Pomona for the degree. And if there is anyone out there who would like to come and fill in as one of my grace attendants, I would really appreciate the input here. So if anyone's free on the first Saturday in May and would like to come.
June.
Derby Day.
No, I have the degree is the first Saturday in May. And
Oh, wait a minute.
election is in June.
yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Am I correct, Bob? I believe,
I'm looking.
Chester.
yeah.
Yeah, Pomona meeting is June.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, and unfortunately, once again, two Pomonas are having their 5th degree on the same day. I just, I'm a little disappointed because I know last year there was some people who had joined and went through and they couldn't do the 5th degree. And then come state session, you know, they didn't get to do the 6th degree last year. And it's hard to get people to come from other Granges when they're in a different Pomona on the same day. So it's like, I know Vernon Grange, we're split. I have some of us go to one and some go to the other. So for both of us to have it on the same day is a little difficult. So I intend on bringing that up again at our next meeting and seeing hopefully if they can just change the weekend instead of having it on the same day. Because I like to go. Last year I went to Cheshire.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah,
What Grange was that, or Pomona was that again on the 1st of May?
um,
Mountain Laurel and Eastern.
yeah.
But
Mountain,
Easton has,
yeah, Mountain Laurel has it out in Winchester.
Yep.
Yeah,
On the 4th.
on first Saturday in May. Yes,
And what time?
2:00.
Yep. I have my books here. Yeah.
Dawn, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Yes, I'm still CWA for Pomona for Eastern Connecticut.
Okay, good, good.
Okay.
Yep,
I
I
don't
did.
know what, my Wi-Fi keeps kicking in and out.
Yeah, what I did was I actually went through each book and I wrote down the chairman for CWA, and I have to say, most of it was great because I highlighted it, and then I had their up-to-date information. Unfortunately, they don't always put like an email or an address or a phone number. So if you can remember next time these books are made, it would be great because some of them have it listed and they'll put their full address and everything else for family activities. So like Taganik, it says family activities and then it has Debbie, but there's no like way to contact you and address. So I've been going back and forth with the state directory. The state directory has a little bit more information than some of these Pomona books. So if the next one that goes out, you can add even a phone number or something where I can, if I can't get a hold of somebody to send out the packets, I at least have a phone number to call. So it's just
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there was this when we were filling out for the sheet that we gave. It wasn't on there, so I didn't add it in. You may want to ask Todd to put an extra line in for you, maybe.
That might be helpful, yeah, because he then has to dig around to try and find it for the state directory. So yeah, it probably would benefit him as well. Anybody else? Okay. Well, thank you all. You can add this that you came on our meeting, so that'll be on your report. You can do that little checkbox. And then keep your reports handy so that as you're doing things, you can fill that out. And then you're not stuck in August going, what did we do? Did we do this? So, you can write things as you go, add a second paper to it. However you want to do it is fine, as long as we get the reports. So,
That's right.
all
Thank
right,
you.
as always, I thank everybody for joining me and enjoy your rest of your afternoon.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn.
Everybody else.
Thank you.